My name is Al Oppenheiser. I'm the Camaro Chief Engineer. The fact that the Camaro ZL1 was chosen to be the face of the NASCAR for Chevrolet is phenomenal. The car has a 50-year history in the market, and it's always been kind of the people's car. It's what Camaro loosely means in French, is a friend, comrade. Gets to be the face of NASCAR. It's just very, very exciting for all of us on the Camaro team. Well, the similarities are the production car is a car that makes downforce right out of the showroom, which means that all the racing bits that are on the car help produce downforce when you're on the track. Those kinds of things help the basis for the race car, which is a downforce car. So the key things are the aerodynamic attributes of the front end. And so our design team worked with the racing teams to develop the shape of the front end of the ZL1 to match as closely to the race car but be within the NASCAR requirements for aerodynamic lift and drag. So what you see when you look at the car is not a car with a bunch of decals on it, but it actually has the shape where the headlamps go. It has the radii that the production car has, and it actually incorporates the hood extractor that's such a key part of the production car, so that the front end, when you look at a NASCAR Camaro ZL1, it looks just like the production car. I don't know if I'd say anything. I would just start it up for you and let you listen, and you'll get goosebumps on your arm because it's such a powerful engine. It's a 650 horsepower LT4 engine, a supercharged engine, 6.2 supercharged engine with a 650 torque capability, pound-feet of torque. But the advertisement for the ZL1, we call it the Triple Threat. So it's the best of the track, it's the best of the drag strip, and it's the best of the street. So when you take that out of the showroom, you can drive that car, and it has the magnetic ride damping system, so it's a very comfortable ride, but yet when you start to drive in a performance type environment, it's there for you. It responds so that you get that smooth ride even if you're on a racetrack. You can drive them all year round. Put a set of snow tires on it, drive in the winter. It's such a comfortable riding car. The real-time damping system that Magnetic Ride provides, and we have the latest generation on the ZL1 Camaro, it's processing information at over 1,000 times a second. So it reacts to any road input quickly, so that when you feel a pothole or a speed bump, you don't feel it in the driver's seat. It's damping for you before you even sense it in the car. So it makes it a great daily driver, absolutely.
As a regular normal driver, I should not feel intimidated by the ZL1.
Not at all. Now we do make a ZL1 1LE, which is an option off the ZL1. That's all track. That has a different damping system. It's got the dynamic spool valve dampers, it's got dive planes, a high wings spoiler in the back. That's not necessarily your daily driver. That one is for the track focused person. It does have a harsher ride because there's basically no rubber compliance in the car. It's all metal plate damping system, so you can control the car on a racetrack 100%. That's we offer, so somebody that wants a pure track car, we have the ZL1 with the 1LE option. But the ZL1 itself is first a daily driver, but you can drive it to we always say you can drive it to the track, you can win at the track, and then you can drive it home very comfortably. The ZL1 1LE, yes, it's street legal. It has
more challenging to drive on
yes, because basically it has camber adjustment, it has ride height adjustment, and it has rear stab bar adjustment so that you can adjust it yourself at the track. But the dynamic spool valves, we take out the rubber top mounts that are typically on a car that give you some compliance, so the impact's a little harsher. So for me or any other car enthusiast, it could be a daily driver, but you just have to know you're driving a race car.
Right.
But it's definitely street legal. Has all the, it has ambient lighting. You could change the colors of the interior lighting. Has all the features and functions, air conditioning. It's a regular car. Well, the ZL1 is actually faster than the Hellcat in a quarter mile. That's been proven time and time again. So not only do you get a car that's faster in the straight line performance, 0 to 60 in a quarter mile, but you get a car that's faster around the track because it has the finely tuned MR suspension. So you get all three. That's why we advertise it as the Triple Threat car. The other manufacturers don't have a triple threat like we do. We're very proud of that fact. It's done very well. It's less expensive, the window sticker, so you can buy a lot of gas and a lot of tires for the money that you'd save if you buy a Camaro ZL1. We have a $25,000 entry-level Camaro all the way up to, $69,000. So we have quite a range for everybody. It's always been a car that's been an attainable performance car of some type for everybody. We wanted something that, number one, was functional. So the aerodynamics of the grille, the airflow, to reduce front lift, to help increase the downforce. That was first and foremost was the performance. The second, very close second, was we wanted a very intimidating character in the face. So when you pull up behind somebody, they almost get startled to see it because it looks like it's going fast when it's sitting still. That's what we were going for.
Visibility, perhaps, based on the design, could be a bit challenging, would you say?
True. That's one of the design compromises. When we do a car like the Camaro, the 5th generation was such a huge success. We were #1 for 6 straight years in sales. People loved it. It was a star of Transformers. I mean, it was a big star. So you don't want to throw that out and start all over again. So we decided to make that, take what worked well in the 5th generation and put it in the 6th generation design. But we were able to start with a smaller vehicle architecture that weighed anywhere from 200 to 390 pounds lighter than the last generation. So we went for mass reduction. One of the things that works though in the design is that high belt line and the very aggressive roof line. The downside is a lot of people say you can't see very well out of it, or they can't put their arm out. You feel like you're sitting in a hole. But to be honest with you, if you really talk to people, once they get in the car, it's not as bad as they think. You get used to it, and if it's your car, you're used to it the second time you drive it.
You will be using the blind spot detection a lot.
Exactly, and we have blind spot, side blind zone protection, right? And we're working on things to improve visibility. We're always working on things in the future, so we are addressing the people that have the concerns about that. We'll make it right for them as well.
Well, what's going to happen to the 7th generation?
Well, we're not done with the 6th yet. We're only in our 4th year of production, going into our 4th year, and there's a lot to do. We've gone from the ZL1 to the ZL1 1LE. We now have such a great relationship with our racing team. So we're in Copo to IMSA to World Challenge to NASCAR. We have 4 cylinders, which haven't been around since Gen 3. We're doing so much with the whole architecture, and we're just having a lot of fun. We do special models. We did the Krypton Green. Hot Wheels is brand new for us. We have the beautiful orange Hot Wheels car that's now in production, celebrating 50 years of the Hot Wheels, which was the first Hot Wheels car ever was a Camaro, 1968. Yes, it was the very first car. And of course last year was our 50th anniversary of the Camaro itself. So there's a lot going on right now with the history of Camaro and where we're taking the bandwidth. So we want to play around for a while longer before we look at what we'll do next. But we are looking at where do you take a car like this next? And as long as we're able to, with government rules and our fuel economy and our emission focus,
We're always looking for the next step.
we're always looking for the next step. Engineers always find a way to get performance out of all the rules that are put in front of us. Again, my name is Al Oppenheiser. I'm the Camaro Chief Engineer, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank you very much for letting me be part of your Car Power 360. I hope a lot of people watch.